Did you know that your body can be a fat-burning machine even while you sleep? That's right. While most people think fat loss only happens during grueling gym sessions or long runs, the truth is your body continues to burn calories and fat 24/7, including during rest. But here's where it gets even better. With a few scientifically backed changes to your lifestyle, you can significantly increase the amount of fat your body burns while you sleep. This isn't about shortcuts or gimmicks. This is about optimizing your metabolism, improving your hormonal balance, and turning your body into a round-the-clock fat-burning furnace, even when your head hits the pillow. Buckle up, because we're diving deep into the 8 most effective, evidence-based ways to burn fat while sleeping. And trust me, you'll wish you knew some of these sooner. 1. Optimize your sleep quality. It might seem obvious, but the most foundational way to burn fat at night is to actually get high-quality sleep. Most people overlook this and focus entirely on workouts and nutrition. But when you sleep, your body goes into repair and recovery mode. That's when growth hormone is released in large quantities, and growth hormone is a key fat-burning hormone. It not only helps build and repair muscle tissue, but it also promotes the breakdown of stored body fat for energy. Studies clearly show that insufficient sleep decreases insulin sensitivity, increases hunger hormones like ghrelin, and reduces leptin, the hormone that tells you you're full. In contrast, when you sleep deeply and for a full 7 to 9 hours, your metabolism remains balanced, and your body is far more likely to access stored fat for energy. Bottom line, if fat burning is your goal, prioritize quality sleep just as much as you prioritize clean eating and workouts. 2. Build lean muscle mass. Muscle burns calories even at rest. Here's the real game changer. Muscle mass is metabolically active tissue. Even when you're staring at your ceiling at 2 a.m., your muscle fibers are burning more calories than fat ever will. Muscle requires more energy to maintain than fat does, so the more lean muscle mass you have, the more your resting metabolism increases even when you're asleep. Strength training is not just for bodybuilders. It should be part of everyone's fat loss arsenal. Resistance training multiple times per week leads to elevated metabolism for hours post-workout, a phenomenon known as excess post-exercise oxygen consumption, EPC, or the afterburn effect. Combine this with a solid protein-rich diet, and you'll be increasing your nighttime fat burn every single day. Put simply, more muscle, more fat burn even while unconscious. 3. Stop eating late at night. Use strategic fasting. Your body has an internal clock called the circadian rhythm, which dictates how your body processes food, hormones, and energy based on the time of day. Eating late at night disrupts this rhythm, often leading to slower fat oxidation and more fat storage. When you eat just before bed, insulin levels remain elevated, which inhibits lipolysis, your body's ability to break down fat stores. By switching to an earlier dinner and ideally following a 12 to 14-hour fast overnight, you give your body enough time to enter a fasted state. At this point, insulin drops and glucagon rises, signaling to your body to start using stored fat as energy, particularly during the night when your body requires minimal fuel to operate. That's when fat oxidation becomes dominant. Repeat this cycle consistently, and you'll train your metabolism to become fat-adapted, leading to much more efficient body composition changes. 4. Optimize your pre-bed protein intake. Casein is king. Eating before bed isn't always the villain, but what you eat matters tremendously. One of the best choices? Casein protein. This slow-digesting protein releases amino acids steadily throughout the night, which not only supports overnight muscle repair but also promotes a higher metabolic rate. In fact, studies show that consuming 30 to 40 grams of casein before bed increases overnight metabolism without promoting fat storage. The reason is simple. When your body is in a muscle-building and repair state, it's burning more calories to fuel that process. Casein-rich foods like cottage cheese or a quality micellar casein protein shake can be powerful tools in your fat-burning strategy. It's the best of both worlds. You preserve muscle, enhance recovery, and keep your metabolism firing, all while catching Z's. 5. Cool your room. Leverage brown fat activation. This one would surprise a lot of people. Sleeping in a cooler room can dramatically increase fat burning. Here's why. When exposed to cooler temperatures, your body activates brown adipose tissue, also known as brown fat. Unlike white fat, which stores energy, brown fat burns energy to generate heat and maintain your core temperature. Studies from the NIH have shown that people who sleep in rooms around 66 degrees Fahrenheit significantly increase their brown fat activity. This leads to greater calorie expenditure throughout the night and even improved insulin sensitivity. Not only does a cool room help you fall asleep faster and improve sleep quality, but it engages a primitive biological response that tells your body, burn fuel to stay warm. That fuel? Stored fat. So, consider turning down the thermostat or even sleeping with lighter clothing to give your fat loss protocol a cooler edge, literally. 6. Manage evening cortisol. Stress hormones inhibit fat loss at night. Here's a lesser-known but incredibly important influence on nighttime fat burn: cortisol. Chronically elevated evening cortisol, often due to work stress, phone screen exposure, or overstimulation, can sabotage your fat loss. Cortisol is a stress hormone that keeps your body in fight-or-flight mode, raising blood sugar levels and suppressing melatonin, your sleep hormone. When cortisol is high, your body is less likely to enter deep, restorative sleep. But even worse, it favors fat storage, particularly around the belly. To optimize fat burning, your cortisol should be lowest in the evening. You can help this process by implementing comforting and calming bedtime rituals such as reading, light stretching, deep breathing, or meditation. Avoid caffeine in the afternoon and shut down electronics an hour before bed. A dark, cool, quiet environment also helps suppress cortisol and promote melatonin. Bottom line, controlling stress before sleep is not just good for your mind. It's a fat-burning strategy in itself. 7. Keep insulin sensitivity high. Control your carbs strategically. Insulin is one of the most essential, but misunderstood, hormones in the fat loss equation, especially overnight. When insulin levels are high, fat burning is effectively halted. This isn't because insulin is bad, it's because it's a storage hormone. You need insulin to build muscle and recover, but chronically elevated insulin, especially from high-carb meals late at night, tells your body to store energy, not burn it. So the key isn't to avoid carbs entirely, but to be strategic. Prioritize lower glycemic, slower digesting carbs in the second half of the day, or front-load your carbs early if you're in a cutting phase. Another strategy is to incorporate berberine or apple cider vinegar before carb-heavy meals to boost insulin sensitivity. Combine this with resistance training, which naturally improves insulin response, and your body will be primed to partition nutrients more efficiently, which means more fat used as fuel while you drift off into dreamland. 8. Consider natural supplements that support metabolism at night. While you should never rely on supplements alone, some natural compounds can give your metabolism a modest but effective nighttime boost. Ingredients like L-theanine, magnesium, and glycine promote deeper sleep, while substances like green tea extract, EGCG, L-carnitine, and GABA have been shown to support fat metabolism and hormonal balance when taken appropriately. Magnesium, in particular, helps regulate blood sugar and encourages the body to relax, aiding in recovery and reducing inflammation, which may otherwise impair metabolic function. And ZMA, a combination of zinc, magnesium, and vitamin B6, has been linked to increased testosterone and better sleep quality in athletes. Always research or consult a nutrition expert before introducing new supplements. But used strategically, these can subtly amplify your body's ability to burn fat during the most critical recovery hours of your day, sleep. So there you have it. 8 powerful, science-backed ways to actually burn fat while you sleep. Not gimmicks, not shortcuts, just smarter, more intentional strategies rooted in physiology, nutrition, and recovery optimization. Fat loss isn't about how hard you work in the gym alone. It's about how you structure your entire day to support your metabolism around the clock. Every hour of sleep is an opportunity to recover, rebuild, and burn. From optimizing your sleep hygiene and macronutrient choices, to managing stress, enhancing muscle mass, and even setting the room temperature, tiny shifts in behavior can restructure your internal environment to favor fat burning over fat storing. Apply these principles consistently, and you won't just burn fat while you're awake, you'll torch it while you sleep. Remember, it's not about doing more, it's about doing smarter. Sleep like a champion, and let your body handle the rest. If this helped or inspired you, make sure to stay tuned for more powerful strategies to optimize your health, burn fat, and build muscle the smart way. Until next time, train hard, recover harder, and never underestimate how much progress can be made while you're dreaming.